So today is the 15th of July 2022, and Jagex has blessed us with the second blog post of the week. Tombs of Amascut, everything you need to know. The last thing we got from them was just a small update on the progress they were making on the raid, and everyone was super excited about it. So now finally here's the second second post that we've gotten in the past few weeks about it, and hopefully this is everything we need to know with the upcoming raid that's coming out next month. This is huge. We're getting close to one of the biggest releases of the year. Yeah, huge release. This is one of the biggest releases in the past few years. Tombs of Amascut. It's a new raid in the continuation of the Desert storyline. Read on for rewards, player competitions, and more details about your next adventure amidst the ancient sands. This is huge. I mean, highly anticipated. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us. So let's keep reading on. This news post is here to give you everything you need to know in the run-up to the Tombs of Amascut. It will be updated regularly with more information once revealed over the coming weeks. That's cool. So it's not everything you need to know just yet. It's a lot. It will be. At the end of it, it will be everything you need to know in here. The team is now in the last stage of development, and we are tweaking and testing final elements. We are still confident in a mid-August release for the Tombs of Amascut. These final stages are for the team to ensure that your first experience with old school RuneScape's most anticipated raid is the best it can be. We appreciate your patience and are very excited for you to get your hands on our most ambitious raid so far. Yeah, this is very ambitious. I mean, it's been 4 years since TOB came out, which was the second raid in RuneScape, and yeah, so this is highly anticipated, and let's see what they have in store for us today. I'm excited to read everything. So here we go. We got a table of content here. Table of contents, summary and requirements, bosses of Tombs of Amascut, rewards, and competitions at the very end. We're going through it chronologically, so here we go. Introducing, drumroll please, Tombs of Amascut. Beautiful. I love that art right there. Long ago, the citizens of the Caridian Desert lived prosperous and luxurious lives. All that changed when Amascut, the goddess of rebirth, became corrupted and warped. She became the devourer, intent on consuming every soul in existence. Deep within the desert, an ancient tomb has long hidden a great power, and she's determined to harness it at any cost. Let's go! The lore, boys, the lore! Oh, I'm scared. Amascut, the goddess of rebirth, she's coming and she's corrupt. There is only one solution. Take the fight to Amascut before it's too late. We gotta take the fight to her, bro. Let's go. Table of requirements. We continue on with the table of contents. We continue on with the requirements. Sorry, I'm rolling over my own words. Taking a sip of water. Deep breaths. I'm excited. To take on the Tombs of Amascut, you'll need to have finished the following quests: Beneath Cursed Sands, Contact, Prince Ali's Rescue, Ithcrin's Little Helper, and Gertrude's Cat. That means you'll need the following skill levels in order. Yeah, okay. 62 agility, 55 crafting, 55 fire making. So those are to complete the quests. Bosses within the tombs. Oh my god, let's go. We're going in. Okay. Aka. Once a human warrior. Look at this guy, dude. Literally a guy with a dope shield and a sword. This guy looks gnarly already, and I bet he's massive. Once a human warrior, Aka. I hope I'm saying that right. Aka, yeah. Made the mistake of joining a cult dedicated to the original form of Amascut before she was corrupted into the Devourer. This cult had one desire: to be reborn in a perfected form. They performed a ritual and called upon Amascut, sacrificing themselves in her name. However, the poison used by Aka failed to work correctly. He survived, trapped on the brink of death, becoming a perfect servant to the Devourer. Oh, trapped on the brink of death? So you can basically like blow air at the guy and he dies? I'm just kidding. Oh, Baba! Dude, I love this already. Look at the monkey! Baba was once the matriarch of a large troop of baboons. As she grew old, she feared for the future of her family. Considering her heir to be incompetent, Amascut promised her immortality so that she could rule her family forever. However, in return, she demanded both Baba and her family serve her. Baba agreed and was willingly corrupted by Amascut. This corruption granted her the immortality she desired, but bound her to Amascut. Oh, sick. Next, Kefri. Look at the bug. Bug on a big pile of poop. Little scarab thing. Kefri is the last of an ancient race of long-lived scarabs. She lived in isolation for years, watching the desert from afar, gathering knowledge as she did. While initially content, over time, she started to desire children to pass her knowledge on to. Amascut claimed to have a way to give Kefri the children she desired, promising to make her a mother of scarabs, even smarter than she was. However, Amascut twisted these words, destroying Kefri's intelligence, making her nothing more than a mindless thrall. Alright, that's kind of a sad story. I like that a lot. Good story here. It was she used to be smart, but now it's literally just a mindless thrall. Sag. Not so smart. Zabak. Look at this big boy crocodile. He's got no legs. This has to be the final boss. He's got like the Olm model. This is similar to Olm. Look at it. They got the head, the 2 hands, the same amount of fingers. What is this, Olm? Zabak was part of a large group of crocodiles living in the Illid. With so little food available, the group had to rely on their resourcefulness. However, Zabak was weak and was unable to compete with the others. Wait, this guy's weak too, dude. Oh, dude, this is easy clap. Not only is the first boss on the brink of death, but the second boss, they literally just said, is unable to compete with others. Weak. Okay, easy clap. That's all I'm saying. To survive, he used his resourcefulness in another way, luring the other crocodiles into traps so he could kill them and take their food. Before long, he was the only croc left. With nothing left to eat, Amascut promised him a lifetime of supply of food in return for his service. He willingly agreed. That guy, he looks sick though. I don't know what this like headpiece is, but I'm very interested in what they got. That definitely looks like the final boss, no? Anywho, here we go. Now we got to move on to the rewards. I'm so excited. These are the 4 big bads that they've announced, and they all look awesome. We got the Warrior Man. We got the Monkey Mama. Yeah. Warrior Man, Monkey Mama, Scarab Mama, and Weak Croc. Weak. Yeah, he is weak. He doesn't even have legs. He's the weak legless croc. Love him already, though. I'm interested to see how that pet's going to work. If it is a pet. Oh, I'm already loving this. I'm already loving the lore. I'm loving the design of these bosses. Oh, they're all cool. If I had to rank them right off the rip, my favorite, Baba, followed by Aka, and then Zabak, Kefri. The only reason I don't like Zabak is because it's literally half a model, and where's the legs? And I don't know. I don't like the headpiece too much. I think Baba and just Aka are just the coolest, and Kefri is literally just a scarab on a big pile of dung. A mindless thrall. Still really cool lore on Kefri though. I really like that. Alright, moving on. Rewards. If there's one thing that any self-respecting ancient tomb pretty much guarantees, it's the presence of hidden treasures. Brave the tombs of Amascut, and if you're lucky, you'll come away with some pretty spectacular rewards. Unlike Amir's Arena. Here's what to look out for. Rewards. Click to expand. Spoiler warning? Oh, we're going in. Competitions galore. Competition number 1. Oh, wait, I misclicked. I was like, wait. As always, we refer to the in-game timings as cycles. Yep, okay. First things first. Masori armor. Let's go. The Masori were powerful ranged weapon wielders active during an ancient Caridian war. They focused primarily on defeating ordinary people from the violent thieves and murderers who sought to take advantage of the wartime chaos. This mighty clan has long since disbanded, but their weapons can still be found in the palaces of wealthy Menophites and among the treasures of the long-dead pharaohs. That's a crazy line of text right there. And out of all the lines that I fumbled tonight, I'm impressed that wasn't one of them. Moving on. Requirements. 80 ranged and 30 defense, or 80 when the armor's upgraded. Here we go. That's the stats for the Masori armor. I am not a moving, walking, talking, breathing calculator, so I don't know what all these mean, other than 4 range strength on the Masori chestplate. Let's go. That's all. Alright, moving on. Using plates broken down from Armadale's armor and crafting them, with 90 crafting, onto your Masori armor pieces with a chisel, you can create the upgraded versions. Cool. So we have heard about this, but let's just go over it. Let's see what, like, the final, I mean, not the final, but let's see what they've come up with. So breaking down values, the Armadale helmet, you can break down to 1 plate. The chest plate is 4 plates. The chain skirt, it better be 4 plates. It literally has plate in the name. Chest plate, 4 plate, I agree. Armadale chain skirt, 3 plates. So a full set is 8 plates. Cool. Now, to create them, crafting values. It is a direct, so it's a direct copy. To make the helmet, you need, I mean, including 90 crafting though, in a chisel. So if you have these pieces and you have 90 crafting, you also need obviously the upgraded Masori piece as well. But yeah, you can upgrade them all directly. They're directly compatible. 143, 143. Oh, no. Moving on. So these are the upgraded stats. It doesn't change the range strength, but I guess there is some other changes that I'm really just not looking at right now. Looks like mostly defense, no? Anywho, so we're moving on. The Masori armor is going to be OP, that's all we know, and we're going to be getting it ASAP. We have to. Shadow of Tumekin. When the forces of the ruinous powers arrived in their lands, Tumekin and his people found themselves facing an enemy unlike any other, while his children, Amascut and Ikler, sought powerful allies to aid them. Tumekin hunted down a weapon of great power to use against his new threat. However, rather than claiming this weapon for himself, he instead used it to create the Shadow of Tumekin. This staff is powered by the sun itself, and with that brightest light comes the darkest of shadows. 85 magic requirement for the Shadow of Tumekin, and it does have some cool special effects that we're reading right now. When the Shadow of Tumekin is equipped, magic strength is gear is tripled. This effect is kept at a total of 100% magic strength. When the Shadow of Tumekin is equipped, magic accuracy from gear is tripled. Crazy. Tripled. It's gonna make... Dude, wielding this thing makes your magic, like, gear just empowered by, like, 1,000,000. And by 1,000,000 3 times. Alright. Similar to other powered staves, like the Shadow of staves. The Shadow of Tumekin will have a built-in spell with charges powered by Soul and Chaos runes. Drinking it to take a sip of water. The staff will have an attack rate of 5 cycles and can only be used in PvM like other powered magic weapons. Base max hit is calculated from the following formula. Magic level 3. Oh god, yeah. No, not a walking calculator. The Shadow of Tumekin also comes with 2 passive effects. Yep. Note these passive effects only apply to the built-in spell of the Shadow of Tumekin and won't impact the bonus applied to spells from any spell book. That is a good... That's good to know. So it's only for the Shadow of Tumekin's built-in attack. Doesn't really help you for any other spells, I guess. Even if you're wearing it, you can't like have like crazy good ice barrages, which I guess makes sense. Because then it would be required for, like, everything. Word of Illidanis. Illidanis. Yeah. Illidanis was the goddess of fertility, and alongside her husband Tumekin, they were joint leaders of the Menethite pantheon. But while Tumekin and Illidanis steered the people of the Caridian desert spiritually, it was the responsibility of the human pharaoh to rule in practical matters. Amascut. Oh, dude, I was so good at this. I'm just not good at reading right now. Amascut, thank you for bearing with me, by the way, was the last pharaoh before the end of the ancient war, and he fought alongside Tumekin against enemy forces until the noble god sacrificed himself to end the conflict. After her husband's death, Illidanis fled to mourn the loss of her family. Before she left, the goddess gifted Amascut with Tumekin's Heka and her own broken ward. Wait. 80 magic, 80 defense, 80 prayer requirements, uncharged stats, charged stats, stats for the uncharged ward left, and yeah. So there you go, check them out. The Ward of Illidanis will be your new best-in-slot magical shield. You'll receive the broken ward as rare loot from the tombs of Amascut. With 90 prayer and 90 smithing, you'll be able to combine the broken ward with an arcane sigil and 10k soul runes to repair it. Both the broken and fully repaired wards can be equipped, but the broken ward will be tradable and untradeable when fixed. Players can dismantle it to recover both the sigil and the ward, but the runes will be lost. Dying in PvP will result in the sigil and the broken ward both being dropped. Whoa! Alright, that's nuts. The Ward of Illidanis. Now we move on to Amascut's Fang. Known to his people as Amascut the Hunter, he was renowned for bringing down many of the land's deadliest beasts. During his hunts, he wore armor and weapons crafted by the region's finest artisans. One such weapon was his fang, with which he was eventually buried. Oh, so he died with his fang, and you can possibly loot his grave. Exactly. Dude, that's pretty cool. That's a nice little feature. I get a nice little piece of lore there. 82 attack requirement for the fang. Increases the max hit of the weapon some special attacks on the Fang. Here we go. Increases the max hit of the weapon to its true max hit for 1 attack. Also boosts accuracy by an additional 50%. Costs 25% special attack energy. Okay, so that's sick. 25% spec attack, so you can use it 4 times, and it's just going to pop off. Amascut's Fang is a 5-cycle weapon that packs a serious punch while on stab. It's decently effective against low defense NPCs, but it excels against monsters with a high defense. And does full damage to the court beast, similar to spears. No, that's hype! Alongside this has a special effect to double roll on accuracy, which means it will roll twice for your accuracy when you attack, and will take the highest roll from the 2, meaning it's way more accurate with its spec. It's a dope weapon. I'm really hyped for Amascut's Fang. Dude, let's go. Hey, dude, are they going to show pictures of these weapons? I need to see what they've come up with. Like, and they must have final looks, right, for these weapons. They must. All right, we'll check this. What's this? Oh yeah, we already looked at the Shadow of Temekin. Yeah. This is I forgot. Why did I forget what the other ones look like? And the other one looks like and then the other one the shield looks like why did they bring it? They're definitely gonna show it. Yeah, I remember we did go over this. I'm crazy. All right, Lightbearer is next here. Ahmek was a formidable warrior who sought. Why are they? All I'm wondering is why they don't have the images of the weapons right next to them, because I really need a refresher. I remember what the ward and the Shadow of Temekin looks like, but the Fang, shit, I forgot. Whatever. Lightbearer, this is the ring. Lightbearer was a formidable warrior who sought to capitalize on the political instability at the end of war. He crafted a powerful ring, which he imbued with the unstable energy left behind from Temekin's sacrifice. Ahmek sought to use his ring to emerge as a new power in the region. By forcibly uniting thieves and mercenaries under his command, he would overthrow Amascut, and his what is that word? Schming proved fruitless, however, when the ring was stolen and he was murdered in his sleep. The Menethite guards claimed the ring from the body of the murderous thief and dutifully presented it to the pharaoh. Cool. The Lightbearer is a ring for any adventurer looking to unload a duelage of special attack and can be equipped by anyone fortunate enough to have one in their possession. While the ring is equipped, your special attack energy will regenerate at twice the speed it normally does. Unequipping the ring will reset the special attack energy restoration timer. Oh, this ring is going to be very niche, and it's going to be very good in the places where it is niche. Here we go. I'm hyped for that. Next, we have the Threat of Illidanis. Oh, here we go. Huge. 75 crafting requirement. This is awesome. With this being a somewhat magical raid, players suggested a potential upgrade to the rune pouch. It's a very popular item used in almost all content. Facts. Big facts. We propose adding the Threat of Illidanis, a new untradeable reward. This magical thread, once woven by an ancient seamstress, can be used together with a needle to imbue your rune pouch with magical energy, allowing you to store an additional type of any rune. You won't be able to have both the new and the old version of the rune pouch simultaneously, though, because that would be super overpowerful. That would be 7 runes in 2 spots. That would be sick, though. If a player loses the thread, then they will need to reobtain it through Tombs of Amascut. However, you'll be able to obtain multiple threads. This will be a fairly common drop compared to other uniques due to its untradeable nature, and not roll on the same unique drop table. That's awesome. Good, thank you, Jaggers. You'll also be able to degrade the rune pouch to reobtain the thread, just in case you're getting involved in some risky business and worried about losing that all-important item. Sweet. Now, here we go. This is sweet. This Chaos Partisan, this item's already out. The jewels are not out yet, which are going to be these are like slots to upgrade it. Here we go. If you've checked out the Chaos Partisan from beneath Cursed Sands, yes we have, you'll notice it has a jewel socket. Players can insert various untradeable jewels in it, all obtainable from the Tombs of Amascut. Only one jewel can be used at a time, with each bestowing a different effect. Here we go. These jewels can only be used within the Tombs of Amascut, aside from the breach of the Scarab jewel, which previously passed the polls. Some examples of the jewels are... I'm a little sad about this with the Chaos Partisan. I don't know why they can only be used within the Tombs of Amascut, but they're probably very overpowerful, so that's why. But using this jewel grants the Chaos... So the first one, Eye of the Corruptor. This jewel creates the Chaos Partisan spec. Wrath of Amascut, which costs 75% of your spec. Wrath of Amascut is 100% increased accuracy and 25% increased damage. Any enemy hit by Wrath of Amascut will receive 25% increased damage for the next 6 seconds, aka 10 ticks. Oh, that's pretty strong. The Karis' partisan attack speed will be halved when using the Wrath of Amascut. In other words, you'll have to wait 8 cycles after using the spec to be able to start attacking again. So it's like a wind-up. Boom! I love that. That's very, very neat. Next, we got Jewel of the Sun. Using this jewel grants the Karis partisan a passive ability to drain life from defeated enemies at the cost of prayer points. If a killing blow is dealt to a creature within the Tombs of Amascut with the Karis partisan sporting a Jewel of the Sun, a player will lose 5 prayer points but gain 12. This effect can overheal up to 20% of the player's hit points level. Oh, that is so cool. You can overheal with this as well. Damn, last hitting with the Jewel of the Sun to get HP up. That's pretty big. Additionally, the Jewel grants a spec as well, 2 Mechan's Light. 2 Mechan's Light costs 75% of the player's spec energy and 50 prayer points in order to fully heal and overheal the player up to 20% above their HP level. This spec also cures all poison, restores any drained stats, and fully restores run energy. What? It's like you're like a walking. It's like a walking house pool when you pop it. What the heck? But it costs prayer points, other than the prayer points in the spec. But it restores your stats, run energy. Huh, cures all poison. That's really cool. These are great little sockets. I like this. I like this a lot. Breach of the Scarab is the next one. Increases accuracy by 33% against Calphites, Scarabs, and Beetles. Remembers that this jewel can only be used outside of the raid. Oh, Breach of the Scarab. Okay. Thank you. So this means people are gonna use this for killing like Calphite Queen. Because this is only usable outside the raid. Huge. So it's not going to be like TOB in the way that you bring in. So they're trying not to make it so you have to bring in this weapon just for one room. Similar to like maybe TOB where you have to bring in a necklace for bloat that you drop. Like they don't want people bringing in a weapon just for that room, I guess. I don't know. That's interesting that they did that. If they let it be used in the raid, you would definitely use it on Kefri. That's all I know. So they didn't want that. They wanted you to use different weapons. Maybe you don't use melee on Kefri. Anyway, so those are the rewards in the bosses, and I'm just so psyched about it. We have heard about these rewards before because they had to get pulled, so I'm all for it. Very, very awesome. And I'm mostly excited probably for Shadow of Tumekin, and then following that, oh, it's hard to say following that. It's either going to be the ring or the sockets following that. And then the rune pouch is also going to be so useful everywhere. Why are there no images of these items? It's really annoying me. Whatever. We're moving on. Competitions galore. This is the last bit here. So we have some competitions. Login screen design challenge has been settled. To say who wins. Design. Oh. Oh, it's beginning now, so make sure, any artists watching this video, make sure you go give this a try. Login. They're doing a login challenge. Link to this post in the description, as always, as well as the stream if you want to go follow. We're live right now, recording this as we do on Wednesdays. However, today's Friday. This is a special occasion. So yeah, get excited. There's competition. They're giving away some money, some 12-month membership, frame image of your artwork signed by the team. That's actually kind of dope. I like that. Cool. Competition number 2, Stories of the Caribbean Desert, short story competition, and there's details on that. So yeah, they're adding 2 competitions. I'm not an artist or a creative mind that can come up with lore. I just like consuming it mindlessly, you know. Anywho, thanks for watching the video. As always, I'm super excited for all this good stuff to come out. Like, these bosses look like a blast. I can't wait to go murk them. And these rewards are amazing. I can't wait to go get spooned. And I want to hear about the pet. That's my biggest question walking away from this blog post. I want to hear about what they're doing for the pet. And will this crocodile... Will Zabak ever get his legs? Huh.